You are listening to the Garlic Fries and Baseball Guys podcast. Sam Blubman and Joe Shasky. Every week we have this stuff, good or bad. Like, rate, review, subscribe, share, tell everybody about it, because rain or shine, we will be here talking Giants baseball. Before we go out, get you out of here, Shasky, because I know you got a lot of things you got to do. I want to do a quick, some short hops here. First things first, I want to talk about Michael Conforto. He's a guy we really enjoy talking about on so far this season. Had him on the show. Susan Slusser does a great job covering the Giants with the San Francisco Chronicle. Went on another radio station, was kind of talking about, what the future for Conforto might hold. Giants are obviously very hopeful that he takes that player option to come back next year. Right now, that's an $18 million player option. Just right now, obviously, we want Conforto to come back. If you were to ballpark a percentage, how likely do you think that is?
I think he's probably going to get close to $20 million a year. If I'm him, I try to negotiate a 2 or 3 year extension. I don't see any team giving him a multi-year deal. I mean, he's been good this year and banged up, right? Like, let's call it what it is. Like, he's been banged up. And I think that the Giants get credit for being able to navigate him through the rigors of this season, but he has to finish the finish line here. I mean, he's got to get to the end. I have a feeling he's going to opt in. The more and more I've thought about this, I think he's going to opt in or try to negotiate a multi-year deal with the Giants. And I wouldn't be opposed to that. In an ideal world, he's a 6-7 hitter for this team.
Here's the thing. I'm a little hesitant to fully commit to wanting Conforto back, because he's basically in a contract year. I mean, yeah, he's got the player option for next year, but basically you want to treat it like a contract year, because the reason that the Giants give these player options is because they want to motivate the player to play well so that he opts out of it. The goal of giving the player option is that he does not exercise it. I look at Conforto and I see a dude who's trying to put together a career year to get that next big deal, to get that 3, 4, maybe in a 5-year deal he might want. That's what he might want. I'm not saying that's what I would give him, but I remember a couple years ago, Brandon Crawford in 2021 had that insane season in a contract year. And everyone's like, bring him back. And I was thinking, I don't know if I would do that. I mean, obviously, you're still bringing back Brandon Crawford. But I look at Michael Conforto, and I'm seeing the numbers he's putting up this year. It's like, you know what? It's great. This seems like a career year type performance for Michael Conforto. I feel like if you were to bring him back for another 2-3 years, I don't know if you do that expecting this year's production. I don't know how set that's going to be. He is on the north side of 30.
But you don't have any outfielders.
I think that's where you got to start bringing him up from the minors. Let's see, get Heliot Ramos back in the lineup. Let's start working. Give Luis
Ramos couldn't even sniff the production that Conforto's giving you.
I mean, next year we could be saying that same thing about Conforto. If you need to get at minimum this kind of production from Michael Conforto, and I just don't know if you're going to get that next year. Moving on, because again, these are supposed to be short hops. Shasky, the A's are coming to Oracle this week, and if things are progressing as they are expected to, this could be. We're in the final 8 games of the Bay Bridge series here. We got 2 this week, 2 next month, and then 4 next year. It's coming to an end, Shasky. I mean, how much does this Bay Bridge rivalry still hit for you?
It's more sad than anything else. Like, I feel really bad for A's fans for a variety of fronts, and it's another reminder that it's about the business of sports, not about the love of sports when it comes to the big league stuff. And it really, really does suck. And I'm hopeful that Giants fans will get a sell chant going for their A's brethren.
I believe the plan is for Tuesday night, right before the 5th inning, same deal, quiet for the first batter, and then start to sell the team chants. And I hope that does happen. And anyone who's there really enjoy it. When I went to the reverse boycott game last month, I'm not gonna lie, it was one of the most incredible experiences I've ever had. That 5th inning, when they started doing the sell the team chants in unison, it was an incredible moment. One of the best moments I've ever experienced at a baseball game. Some quick thoughts I have just on the A's. While we're getting excited about Patrick Bailey and Casey Schmidt, the A's, they got 2 guys at their own kind of worth keeping an eye on here, and Tyler Soderstrom and Zach Geloff. Don't have a whole lot I can tell you about Soderstrom. Zach Geloff, I saw him last week against the Twins. Dude could scoot a little bit. I'm kind of
excited. If the Giants lose these to the A's,
I'm going to be
put a bookmark in them, dude. They're done. Put a fork in them.
One last thing I want to say about Giants A's is we saw Patrick Bailey versus Ellie De La Cruz. We've seen Patrick Bailey versus Corbin Carroll. We saw Patrick Bailey against what's-his-face on the Nationals on Sunday, who stole 4 bases against him.
Or whatever.
I am very excited to see Patrick Bailey versus Estuary Ruiz.
Yeah, I am too.
So that's a matchup I'm excited to see.
Let's see if a Giants pitcher can actually hold a runner on and give him an opportunity to throw someone off.
It'll be fun to see there. And again, the Giants need to sweep the Bay Bridge series.
I totally agree.
And they have to be convincing wins. No close 1-0 games. Bury the A's. Like, you know what? If you want to feel sorry for the A's, no, I'm not feeling sorry for the A's this year. Bury them into the dirt.
Hilarious.
It's a useless team. Send them off the bench with a bunch of sadness. Anyway, last thing before we get out of here, Shasky, Steph Curry underrated. It's been making waves on Apple Plus. I saw it last week. I don't know if you've had a chance to see it yet.
I did.
Okay, so I don't want to talk about the doc, but if Apple TV were to
Tim
find
Lincecum.
not a current, you
Tim
think, okay,
Lincecum.
you jump the question.
I want a 10-part doc on Tim Lincecum.
Yeah, I think Tim Lincecum's definitely up there. I think Buster Posey's the other guy. I need to see.
I'd rather see a Pablo doc than a Buster doc.
Really?
Yes.
I just think
Pablo's one of the great woulda, coulda, shouldas. Pablo, to me, like the Marcus Dupree, that is Pablo. Pablo is just like Mark. Go back and look at his rookie year. Go back and look at that rookie year. And you tell me, after watching that guy, you didn't think he had borderline Hall of Fame material in his future.
Oh, he was like
himself out of the league.
He was the second coming of Vladimir Guerrero. He jumped in the air and hit a baseball for a double. Like, that makes no sense.
I know. But those are the two guys in order. Lincecum, then Pablo.
Yeah, I would love to see Buster. Honestly, I think a Mad Bum would be really cool. But if we really want to get behind the scenes and get some fun stories, you don't think a 2-hour doc on Brian Wilson wouldn't leave you wanting more?
It would be pretty funny.
I mean,
I would go Shooter before I go Brian Wilson, though.
That'd be an interesting one, too. But, I just remember back in like 2008, 2009, NBC Sports or Comcast Sports did that Life of Brian series. Where they just like gave Brian Wilson a camera and said, go do stuff for 6 episodes or whatever. That was like, I want to hang out with you, but not for too long because I feel like I would get annoyed with you after a while.
For sure. Well, he tried really too hard.
It really was. Hey, it was a fun time while it lasted, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, so before we do have the Giants facing the A's this week. We'll be back later this week, hopefully, depending on what our mood is after 49ers training camp. And hopefully the Giants sweep the A's, because if you think the mood's bad now, you lose a game to this incredibly bad A's team. The mood's gonna get sour really fast.
7 days.
Farhan, you're on the clock.
Deadline.
And until then, we will see you on the next one.